Okay. Where have we been? Well, frankly, nowhere. Sometimes life just gets in the way and it takes us a little while to get together, to record, and especially to edit episodes. Case in point being, the episode you're about to listen to was originally recorded way back in spring, so literally months ago at this point. So everything we discuss is horrendously out of date, whether that's Blaze potentially being snubbed from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, that seems to have resolved, whether it's the rebranding of Maiden's Nebworth gig as Edfest, that's just really old news. I don't think even Burning Ambition had come out at this point when we were recording. So it's all pretty old hat. I'm now recording this aside at the end of June. And if you're in the UK, you're being dragged kicking and screaming into the summer via a heat wave. We're a couple of weeks away from Maiden's Edfest. We're obviously dead excited about that. But we wanted to get something out there. So rather than re-record something and keep this episode in the vault, we figured we'd just share it with you with those giant caveats anyway. Maybe you'll enjoy the chat all the same. Maybe you won't. Who knows? There's only one way to find out.
Hello and welcome to a new series of Maiden Voyages, the podcast where usually we discuss and dissect every single Iron Maiden album in chronological order, but not today. Because it's the news.
And we're running out of albums.
So
we need to just put in as much fluff as possible.
But there has been a lot of news in the world of Iron Maiden. So...
Yes, because we haven't done an episode in ages.
No.
And a lot of stuff has happened.
Indeed. So before we get to the news, let's introduce ourselves. So I'm Blev, an historian of sorts. And I am an Iron Maiden flag waver.
Oh.
Waving the flag, flying the flag for Iron Maiden.
Okay. It makes you sound like a nationalist bigot.
Hey, but there's lots of different types of
just
flags.
Putting up Iron Maiden flags next to the St. George's Cross on like lots of roundabouts.
Or a pride flag.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I'm Sam, a writer of sorts, and I'm an Iron Maiden tourist tat collector.
Yeah.
So I've got like a Maiden snow globe or something that I got on a touristy holiday.
You've got one of those fake hoodies that says University of Iron Maiden.
Yeah, or like a teddy bear dressed as a beefeater wearing an Iron Maiden patch.
I'd buy that.
Why?
No. That's great. Why is Rod Snorwood not impiring you? Just a
Rod Snorwood.
Rod Snorwood. Sounds like a kid's
Rod
character.
Snorwood, more like Rod Snorwood.
We don't mean that.
What a snooze.
We're still holding out that maybe one day some Maiden-related work will come our way.
Yeah, I think that ship may have sailed.
Yeah, not anymore. Not after the old Rod Snorwood comment.
Yeah, that was the nail on that coffin.
Well, here we are. Let's do some news. First item on the news bulletin.
This is how news broadcasts work.
Yeah, I was going to say, the 10 o'clock news isn't like that. No. Here's the first item.
Let's do some news.
Let's do some news. So, Edfest.
Yeah.
It's coming. It's happening.
It's not selling well by the looks of it.
Well, yeah, we'll get into that. So, 10th and 11th of July, Nebworth, home of many a historic live music experience. The old Sonosphere Festival, of course, as well.
Robbie Williams live at Nebworth.
Robbie Williams, Oasis,
yeah.
Deep Purple, Zeppelin's last ever UK shows, I believe.
Oh, was that Nebworth?
I think so. Live at Nebworth, like 77, maybe. No, 79, did they go that late? I can't remember. But yeah, a historic show that we knew the Maiden gig was happening at Nebworth.
Yeah.
And I guess the more...
We knew the entire lineup.
Yeah, but it was kind of... There was this big announcement lately, wasn't it? That, it's also Edfest, which is exactly the same publicised event that you already knew about.
Branding.
But with branding. Shall I tell you what the Maiden camp have to say about it?
Please do.
According to the Maiden website, Edfest will be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to experience what constitutes Iron Maiden's idea of a fun-filled 48 hours of entertainment, themed areas and bars, experiences, live music, and more.
Ooh.
I'm not sure what the more will be. Just
expensive beer.
Yeah, and food, hopefully.
Yeah, expensive food.
I mean, obviously, we're going, so...
Yeah, of course. I mean, even when it was just a Run for Your Lives gig, we bought tickets because we're simps.
Yeah.
So
But yeah, so on top of that, so I guess the things that were hinted at, but they revealed this kind of Edfest drop, if you like, was we're getting the Infinite Dreams Experience, a pop-up museum inspired by the very lush hardback coffee table book.
which has dramatically dropped in price since it released. And so I've picked up a copy and have not even broken the plastic seal yet.
It's a nice thing.
It looks very nice.
Really
I will
nice.
get on that at some point.
Because in the past, in particular, we've criticised Maiden for how they've reproduced their artwork and the way they've treated it, you know, quite low resolution vinyl versions of those classic albums. Everything in that book looks pristine and lovely.
Okay.
It is
I will read it when I have time.
Yeah, and my issue
Which I
is
never have anymore.
I'm such a methodical linear reader. I don't really do well with books that are just drop into it. You know what I mean?
Coffee table books.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Or my instinct is well, I start on page 1 and I finish the book. But it's not that kind of book, is it?
No. I mean, it's a book that's meant to be perused.
Yeah.
Like art books and stuff in general.
But it's a very nice thing. There's some really... One of my favourite things in there is there's a handwritten letter from Paul Di'Anno to Steve where he's basically saying in about 1979, I think, I'm leaving the band, I can't do it, I've got a girlfriend.
Oh, yes, I've seen that online.
Yeah, which is kind of interesting because, you know, going way, way back in time, we spoke about Paul maybe never actually really wanting to be in a massive successful touring band. He just quite liked... you know, like a band as a laugh, you know, which is like a perfectly reasonable ambition, right?
Yeah.
You know, I don't necessarily want this to be my life. I just
He didn't want to conquer the world.
And to kind of all the pressure that goes with that. It's kind of interesting seeing him as early as 79 or 80 saying that. It's a nice thing. And we get the museum. So maybe some original Riggs artworks.
That'd be very cool.
Some of Steve's old basses and stuff. Some of Bruce's old trousers. That'd be good.
Hopefully washed.
Yeah. I mean, that would be great. Just, you know, like in a sort of glass cabinet, like it's the Victorian Albert Museum, like the original 83 World Slavery Tour trousers and codpiece. That would
I mean, I'm basically imagining a hard rock cafe kind of set up.
Yeah.
In terms of just rock memorabilia behind glass or in frames and stuff. And all that stuff sounds very nice. I think it's still a bit curious in that it's sort of been billed as a festival, but it's just one day of proper activity, right?
Well, we've got the Infinite Dreams Experience.
Yeah.
We've got Maidenville, which is going to have the largest ever Eddie's Dive Bar.
Okay.
It's a big bar. Eddie-themed games and the second stage. And so on the Friday... on the Maidenville stage, we have got, Stray, who are that band. They're kind of been in the periphery of Maiden. I think they're a late 70s band, Stray.
Right.
I think they're one of sort of Steve's, you know, obscure British blues hard rock bands that Steve has always liked, Stray.
Sure.
Maiden United, presumably
a Maiden tribute
band.
Yeah.
Air Force, again, another band who've existed in that periphery of Maiden sort of bands. And then Tony Moore's Awake. Tony Moore of the...
keyboard.
I played one concert with Iron Maiden on the keyboards.
Yeah.
And I believe opened for British Lion quite recently.
So it's a pretty niche picks, but quite interesting for Maiden nerds such as us.
Yeah, I mean...
But also not a draw to your regular punter.
I mean, no one has spent any money putting that Friday night lineup together.
No. I mean... They may as well have just booked us.
Well,
to MC that
just
at least.
4-hour pod. I mean, they could have just given us a bar tab, redo it, wouldn't we?
Absolutely do it for a few troopers, yeah.
The office there, guys. The office there.
Who do we need to talk to? Probably Alexander Milas.
Yeah, put in a word, please.
Yeah.
I mean, we've already bought a ticket, so I mean, we'll literally be there.
We're paying to be there.
Yeah. So come on. And then the big draw, of course, is the Saturday.
Yes.
Where we've got opening the bill, The Almighty.
Nice.
Which I'm very excited about because I've never seen The Almighty and I bloody love The Almighty.
I only know one album, but it's a good album.
It's a good album. They're all pretty good. The Who, not the Pete Townsend.
No.
Roger Daltrey lot, the Mongolian one.
A very interesting band, but also quite an odd pick, I feel.
Yeah. the kind of band I feel like a lot of people will go, oh yeah, that'll be interesting, rather than loads of people going, oh my God, I can't wait to see The Who.
Yeah, it's the kind of band that, because, you know, they had some viral success at some point, and it's the kind of band that you would expect to see on the undercard of, say, Download.
Yeah.
Early in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And you would go along to it because that would be a fun curio.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't be buying a Download ticket to see The Who.
No.
And that's no slight on The Who. I'm sure they're fantastic musicians and probably put on a great live show. It's just they're not a ticket draw.
Well, but if you want an actual slight on The Who, my take,
all right.
my take is their songs actually aren't very good.
Okay.
It's the basic take. Like, having listened to it, I'm like, oh yeah, this is interesting. I can see why this generates interest.
This is Van Canto all over.
Yeah, exactly. It's I was going to say baby metal. That's unfair to baby metal because I think baby metal.
Yeah,
exactly.
Solid songs.
Some
think they're a great
decent
band.
songs. Yeah, I think The Who is. These songs are just fine.
Okay.
Subjective opinion, I know.
Well, speaking of bands with songs that are just fine,
Yeah.
who's next on the bill?
Well, we have Airborne. Now, I have some residual affection for Airborne.
I imagine they'll be really fun live.
They are very.
Joel
I've
O'Keefe
seen.
seems like a great front man.
I've seen Airborne live once, way back when they were sort of new on the scene in 2007, and they were a hell of a lot of fun.
Musically, they are just sort of like a photocopy of AC/DC with, like, you know, the degradation that sets in every time you photocopy something.
Yeah.
And every song is just another photocopy until you're kind of just left with something that's sort of vacuous and bland.
It's a bit of a tiny bit of Roaster 2 on there.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Just enough Aussie pub.
So the other two,
sound
the
a
other
lot like AC/DC.
big Aussie band.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, they'll be fun. But again, I mean, they make sense as a pick, but I don't see them as a big draw.
Well, apparently they opened for Maiden on the Final Frontier tour in the UK.
Did they?
Yeah.
Does that mean I've seen them?
You might have done, Sam.
I saw Maiden on the Final Frontier tour.
I think you'd remember seeing Airborne. They're a memorable live experience.
Yeah. I thought I saw Maiden on that tour with Dragon Force support.
Maybe it was different in London.
Yeah.
Possibly.
I don't know. I mean, at this point, all gigs sort of blur into one.
Yeah. But even again, even seeing Airborne in 2007, just after their debut album came out, there's a bit of buzz about them because
Running Wild was a banger.
Yeah, exactly. And people were going, yeah, sure, it's AC/DC, but it's better than AC/DC is now.
Not an achievement.
Yeah, well, no, but yeah, that's true. I stress, like, this is not better than the peak of AC/DC, far from it.
Yeah,
But but this is like, there's a reason AC/DC are massive, right? Because their formula, it's a pretty.
They're not my bag, but I get it.
It is my bag, so I'm like, great. But by the time we get to 2026, right, and Airborne they're a band who feels like their stock is, if anything,
they've sort of plateaued, right?
Oh yeah, plateaued probably about 15 years ago at this point. You know what I mean? It's just been a sort of steady. They're playing Cardiff quite this year, and they're doing the Tram Shed, right? Which is not it's like less than 1,000 cap that. Really.
And this is your third
from
band
the top.
from the top.
Yeah. And then we've got the Darkness as the sub-headliners to Maiden,
which again sort of makes no sense. Now, I love the Darkness.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. We are both Team Darkness, right?
Yeah,
but I understand
seeing them
why
live
this
is great.
controversial. Yeah,
but I think the thing with this whole lineup is for Britain's sort of archetypal heavy metal band, this is not a metal lineup.
No, not at all.
I mean, arguably the Who is the most metal band.
Yeah,
amongst us,
undoubtedly
right?
so. I'd say, yeah.
It's quite a firmly hard rock / planet rock audience kind of. It's sort of a Steelhouse lineup.
Yeah.
But not a great Steelhouse.
No. And even then, some of those bands, like the Dark...
And that's no slight on Steelhouse. I think Steelhouse is fantastic.
Great. But the
festival, great vibe, love
but
it.
It's not necessarily Maiden's core demographic, or it's not the demographic Maiden think they have.
Yeah.
Which they would say is a significantly younger demographic. And are they now at this point going... No, look, it's the Planet Rock audience. Let's be honest. These are our people. Why are we trying to fight it by getting I don't know, insert young metal band.
But I feel like you could have. Yeah, I don't know. There's something off about the lineup to me, and I can't figure out what the right thing to do would have been. I would have just gone with more metal bands.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, just bring over Anthrax and Megadeth, who are
supporting
everywhere.
them the rest of Europe, right?
And also, I think that would have massively helped their ticket sales.
Yeah, particularly because Megadeth are on the beginning of their farewell.
Yeah, I think at least having Megadeth in that bill would have massively helped.
And look, they'll be terrible live, but it'll be.
But people want to see it. I want to see that.
I want to see Megadeth before they shut up shop. I know it will be a shadow of its former self, but I still want to see it.
Yeah. And
he's very good on guitar. So
to pick a band like The Darkness, I think are so polarizing the Maiden camp.
Yeah, it's just an odd call. Like, you would be better off picking, I don't know,
Freedom Call.
No, I mean, as much as I would love cheesy power metal, I don't think that's the right call. But like, you'd be better off trying to get something like Lamb of God over, or something that fits the millennial metal mold, maybe like a Trivium, or that kind of thing. Like, it would make a bit more sense.
Because so many of these bands are bands that Maiden took out, and also took them out when they were genuinely young, hot bands, like Trivium, Avenged, whoever it might be. Do
you think these bands are too big to play it in a weird way?
Well, it depends how deep Maiden's pockets are, right? Because this is
well, I mean, looking at that lineup, it kind of looks like they spent most of the money on The Darkness.
Yeah.
And then the rest of it is sort of slim
But theoretically, Nebworth is the single biggest live music space in Great Britain.
And if I...
It's like 150,000 caps. So
yeah, and I believe this is also even being organised by some of the people involved with Sonosphere.
Yeah, it's the Kilimanjaro group, isn't it? Yeah. So
why wouldn't you just make this more of a festival? I guess that's the thing that's confusing me, right? Is you're billing it as a festival when in reality it's a big gig with an odd lineup.
Well, yeah, and it's hard not to compare it to the Slayer gigs last year, where they absolutely nailed that lineup. And incidentally, they didn't call it a Slayer Fest. It was just, here's a massive gig. But we're bringing over Monomorph, Mastodon, Anthrax, Hatebreed. It's like, oh yeah, you've nailed that.
Yeah.
That's like perfect, right? A little bit of everything. Bands that are, enough, like Anthrax legacy band.
I mean, to be honest,
but then like also...
So what I was saying before, it was millennial metal.
Yeah.
It was a solid millennial metal lineup.
I mean, let's be honest, all metal is basically millennial metal.
Well, no, a lot of it is Gen X and Boomer.
Well, yeah, true.
And like Maiden a sort of Boomer band, but they've taken out so many millennial bands, and it's going to be a mix of Boomers and millennials attending this. There's not going to be young people here. Let's not kill ourselves.
No.
You just think you would... Yeah, kind of lean into that a bit more.
And the talk, well, you've already alluded to this, but the talk is, given how many targeted ads I'm still getting for it, is that it's not selling that great.
But to be honest, even as an outsider looking in, I feel a bit like the rebranding it as Edfest felt a little bit like if we bill it in this way, we can kind of get a surge in ticket sales because it will feel like a bigger thing.
Yeah.
When in reality... not much content-wise has changed.
Did you see that ad where they got Sophie Lloyd, the sort of social media guitarist,
and it's
plug it
like,
as well?
Right, but she's not even playing it.
She's not even playing it, no.
Like, she's not even on the second stage.
This feels a bit like, who do young people like?
Yeah, but again, Planet Rock audience.
Yeah,
right? It's all a bit odd. I want it to succeed because it's going to be, regardless of what happens, it's going to be a really fun couple of days, and I'm really looking forward to it. I just think it is... positioned quite strangely, and I really hope they pull it out the bag, and ultimately it'll be worth it because it'll be Maiden playing an iconic location, and that would be great. But it's just a bit strange.
Is there a problem as well that Maiden have literally done this show
last year?
Yeah, last year. Yeah,
and it sounds like the set list won't change,
or the stage set,
or the stage setup. And I mean, that was fantastic last year.
It was great.
But it feels a little like overextending yourself to just play that same gig again, but in a twice the capacity spot.
Well, yeah, because the sense is it must be
close to twice.
Yeah, and it's really hard And also because Nebworth, let's be honest, it's out the way. It's not convenient to anywhere, really.
Yeah.
Unless you're camping, and then you've got to fork out.
You live in
even more.
Stevenage.
Yeah, unless you live in Stevenage. But even then, you've got to drive.
Yeah.
So it's a bit like if you saw it last year, it's a much harder sell to go, you have to see it again this year.
Yeah.
In a place that's going to be more inconvenient and your ticket's going to be more expensive.
Again, we
actually
immediately bought tickets for this. So
Oh,
who's
yeah.
the real chump here?
Well, I'm... But, you know, most...
I mean, it's going to be great fun.
And also, most Maiden fans aren't us, are they? Or indeed, probably even the people who choose to listen to a podcast about Iron Maiden, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the London Stadium show is a good example. There are lots of people there who are just... I seemed like quite casual Maiden fans, which is fine. Like, that's you know, Maiden need...
But this gig is
casual
not going to
fans.
be casual fans, is
No,
it?
and
This is going to be nerds like us.
And are there enough nerds, Sam? Are there 150,000
Yeah,
nerds
that's what
who
I worry
have
about.
150 quid spare and 2
the
days
time.
off in,
Yeah. Yeah.
in July? Well, we will see.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll be eating our words.
I hope
we
we're
are.
eating our words.
I hope we are.
Along with the overpriced food and a pint of trooper.
But what a time,
Please sponsor us.
please. Or failing that, if you see us at Edfest, please just buy us a beer.
Yeah, if you see it at Fest, please, we'll be there with caps in hand.
Yeah, just like, buy us a beer, please. We've bankrupted ourselves just to get here.
Yeah. We're making terrible financial decisions because we're going to that, and then a few weeks later we're at Wacken,
Yeah.
which is gonna just decimate my money.
Yeah. But hey, that's what it's all about.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to Wacken, even though a lot of people are complaining about the lineup. I still think it's a great lineup.
But yeah,
I was just going through it the other day. I was like, oh, there's
This is
40
great.
bands I want to see.
Yeah, I think maybe just for people like us, it's that festival just lines up perfectly.
I mean, to be honest, once they announced Def Leppard and Sabotage in the first announcement, I was like, well, I'm just going.
Yeah.
That combination is great.
And on a totally unrelated note, Maiden news, item number 2,
Oh, yeah.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame nomination.
Yeah, this has kind of passed me by a bit.
So Maiden this year, they've been nominated twice before, by the way.
Yeah.
Right? So they've been nominated for this American institution, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Which seems like a...
Weird thing from a British point of view, I think.
Yeah, it's both a self-congratulatory test of ego and also like just pointless.
Yeah.
And not always rock focused.
No,
which is fine, but just call it something else.
I mean, the whole thing seems really naff to me.
Yeah, it all seems a bit cringe.
Which seems like Maiden's point of view as well, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, they were nominated in 2021, didn't get in. 2023 didn't get in. They've been nominated this year as well. Who else has been nominated this year, though, Sam? Not the full list. I picked out a few highlights. Of
Priest are already in it. Right?
Yeah, Priest
That
are
was
in.
a couple of years ago. Guns N' Roses got in it a couple of years ago.
Deep Purple are in there.
Deep Purple are in there.
Which
Okay.
caused a bit of a fracas, if you remember, of Glenn Hughes and Coverdale and
Oh yeah.
the remaining,
Yeah.
the current members of Deep Purple. Anyway,
Yeah, and also they're weird about who gets inducted.
we're going to get to that, Sam.
Okay, fine. I'll
get
save my thoughts on that. I don't know. Can you give
Well,
me a clue?
other nominees, Pink, Shakira.
What?
I mean, Shakira's a wild show. I mean, I've just not thought about Shakira for about 20 years.
But
And I was
Pink is also not rock. Like,
no.
like the slightly more alternative side of pop, but still fundamentally pop.
Well, Shakira's definitely not rock, Sam.
Yeah, I know. But like, you could maybe make an argument of Pink, but it wouldn't hold much water.
Phil Collins has been nominated.
Okay, well, yeah, it was Phil.
I mean, Phil Collins is all Genesis are in there. So Phil is in as a member of Genesis.
Okay.
But he's not. So someone like Ozzy is in twice, right? Because he's in as a member of Black
yeah.
Sabbath and he's been inducted.
I mean,
as a
to be
solo
fair, Phil's solo oeuvre is very important, but I wouldn't call a lot of it rock.
Oh, no, it's not.
It's sort of more pop side of
But I mean, he should be in there just for Easy Lover, surely. I mean, I mean, if that's
in
the
there
only thing
for
Phil
Susu
Collins.
Studio.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we could go on. I mean, Another Day in Paradise,
In the air.
In the Air.
The theme from Tarzan, the animated picture,
Yes.
which this is a complete tangent, but this came up on my feed the other day. It was clips of Phil Collins recording the theme from Tarzan, the Disney film. And apparently, like when he was recording it, Disney came up to us like, well, yeah, but the film is going to be dubbed into 40 languages. Can you sing the song in different languages? And so this clip is like a supercut of Phil Collins singing in Spanish, French, Swahili, like a bunch of different languages. Like, good on you, Phil. And Phil being like, yeah, it was a challenge, but that's what made it exciting.
I mean, fair play. So if I was Phil Collins, I'd just be like, no.
Get a different singer.
Obviously, I'm not doing that.
Well, it was Disney in the 90s. I imagine there was a fat paycheck there.
Yeah.
You'll sing in Swahili for that kind of money.
Maybe Phil Collins will be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Billy Idol.
Okay.
In Excess.
Okay.
Oasis. The Black Crows. Always a bigger deal in America than over here, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think the Black Crows made much impact in the UK.
I couldn't tell you what they even sounded like most of the time.
I just know they did a live album with Jimmy Page. And Sade was the other name I picked out.
Sade?
Yeah, I remember sort of kind of like soul R&B singer Sade.
Oh, why?
From the 90s.
It's not rock and roll. It sounds really gatekeepy, and like I don't like being gatekeepy, but it's called the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, not the Rhythm and Blues Hall of Fame, or the Pop Hall of Fame. Let's just make it the Music Hall of Fame. If that's what you can do, that'd be fine.
It's so far away from it, like anything like that now, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just weird.
But yeah, I guess the specific controversy over Maiden is who they are counting.
Yeah,
the individuals as they've kind of included in the Iron Maiden banner for induction. So obviously, Steve, Bruce, Adrian, Yannick, Dave, Nico, right?
Okay.
No problem there.
So the current lineup, slash.
Simon's not in there.
But fine. But he's sort of a touring member.
Yeah,
really.
exactly. Never played in a Maiden album. Fine. They've also put in Clive Burr.
Yeah,
absolutely. Posthumously being inducted, potentially. Paul Di'Anno posthumously.
Are you going to tell me Blaze is not in it?
Dennis Stratton is.
Yeah.
Blaze is not.
That is so unfair.
It is so. But Dennis Stratton. Yeah.
Look, I rate Dennis Stratton. I think he's an important part of the history. Not a slight on him. But you gotta have Blaze in there. He is important.
Yeah. And it's like Dennis Stratton, a man who never wrote a song. Maiden, was in the band for barely 12 months.
Blaze had 2 albums, multiple tours, wrote a bunch of
multiple
stuff.
Songwriting credits. Yes, so Blaze.
That is such a joke.
And again, bless him. I've not seen him rage about this or be in any way bitter about it. I mean, maybe he takes the sensible option, which is like, I could not care less.
Yeah. Although if I was Blaze, I'd be pretty peed off.
I mean, Tim Owens similarly was not inducted of Judas Priest, and I think he was quite peed off.
Yeah. I think that's pretty unfair, to be honest.
Yeah, I think it is. It's
again, 2 albums. Of material.
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah. I mean, if you didn't think the thing was a joke, I thought not including Blaze is just really stupid. Really stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, Maiden probably aren't going to be inducted, let's be honest. I mean, Maiden have made their disdain for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame so vocal over the years.
Maybe they'll get inducted to spite them, though.
Yeah, and then that would be a weird thing, because will they actually show up?
I don't think they would show up, to be honest.
They might do... Like, I don't credit John Lydon for a lot these days, but when the Sex Pistols were inducted, he just didn't go. And so I think it's a load of shit. I'm not going. Yeah. I thought, fair enough. Yeah, fair play to you, mate. That's the sensible stand to make.
The only sensible stand he's made in recent years.
In quite some time, right?
Yeah.
But, credit's due. The other guys, Glenn Matlock and Steve Jones were all there. And John Lydon was like, no, not doing it. I mean, probably doesn't help that he hates all the other members of the Sex Pistols as well.
And they hate him, right?
Yeah.
Sex Pistols have reformed without him, so...
Yeah. Awkward.
Yeah.
Playing Cardiff in the summer, though.
Huh.
That almost sounds fun.
That'd probably be pretty good.
Yeah, Frank Carter and the Sex Pistols and Cardiff Castle.
Is that Blackweir?
No, Cardiff Castle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so...
Nice.
Just saying. More news,
I still need to get tickets for The Cure, if I can... get tickets.
Yeah, I'm on the fence. I might do. I'm not seeing Neil Young now, so probably.
Yeah, I'd like to see The Cure. I mean, we saw them a few years ago. It was great.
It was good.
But at the current price, I'm not sure I could justify it.
Yeah, it's all very expensive.
Yeah, gig tickets have got insane. This is a whole other tangent, but gig prices are just unreasonable at the moment.
Yeah. What are we going to do though, Sam?
Complain about it on a podcast.
Complain about it? Yeah. And
keep buying tickets for small gigs.
Indeed. Wolf Bastard tonight in Cardiff.
Going to be good.
I mean, much too late for you if you're listening to this.
Yeah, because this will be edited several weeks after we've recorded
Assume it was great and under 15 quid. So there you go. There was good stuff to be found.
Saw Coven earlier this year here in Cardiff at Fuel, and that was a fantastic gig. Yeah. And that was like £13.
And if you are struggling with the cost of gig tickets, why not go to the cinema?
What?
Link? Because there's a new Iron Maiden film, Sam. It's the third item on the news agenda.
That was a terrible segue.
I was quite pleased with that.
That was a bad segue.
If you're free on May the 7th, get yourself down to your local cinema.
Currently, I'm not, but I'm trying to find a way to be.
I mean, I will be there. I will have thoughts.
I really dislike this trend of films only being on for one day. And I know it's just because
there is this enough demand.
Yeah, if this film was on for a week, it would just all be empty showings. Whereas this way, it will be half empty showings.
Well, I'm going to get myself down to the Everyman. I'm giving quite a lot of information about where I'm going to be there. But,
yeah, May the 7th.
I mean, I doubt this will be out by then, maybe. So
we're going to get it out to spite you.
Yeah, buy me a pint. That's the advice. If you want my time, you know what to do.
I watched the trailer for Burning Ambition, and it genuinely looks very good.
Yeah,
like lots of footage I'd not seen before.
Yeah,
likewise,
that was interesting. Lots of candid, like intimate stuff. I was like, oh, I've not seen that. And it's a big production, Sam. So it's directed by a chap called Malcolm Venville, who directed Churchill at War.
Okay,
that's so on brand for Maiden, isn't it?
Yeah,
so on brand for Maiden. But like a proper, legit director. I actually originally put in my notes it was directed by Sam Dunn and Tom Morello, but that's the Judas Priest film.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
Tom Morello, though, is featured as a talking head in the Maiden film. He is not directing it.
Should say that's not a slight on Sam Dunn, by the way.
No, Sam Dunn's great.
It's great, yeah.
Although his house style, through no fault of his own, has become a little bit ubiquitous in rock metal docs.
Yeah, but that's because he made one of the few good rock metal docs, and then everyone copied it.
Yeah. And it's produced by Dominic Freeman, who did a very acclaimed film about Depeche Mode.
Okay.
So it's Maiden branching out beyond usual suspects, right? Which I think is probably a good thing.
But it's also interesting then that it is just a one-day screening across everywhere. And so the film is not really... Like, it's using these people outside of the Maiden circle, but it's not being done with a view to try and make this a film that would be appealing, like have cross-appeal. Like in the way that something like The Story of Anvil was, right?
Well, yeah, but I guess this is just phase one, right? It's going to be somewhere. It's going to be on... I'm not sure what Maiden's distribution plan is after the cinema, but...
It's just going to be on like BBC 4 at some point.
I don't know, man.
Well,
maybe Maiden are pitching... Maybe this is going to be like Amazon Prime, Netflix. I mean, they might...
Yeah,
They might kind of pitch it. I could see this being a... like... Apple, this could be Disney. Disney seem to be cornering the market for music docs at the moment.
Yeah,
and Apple TV seem to be getting on it. I can see Maiden really going big on it, and
Prime are also going big on it.
And a physical release. I bet
there's the Paul McCartney doc I want to watch on Prime at the moment. That just came out. Man on the Run.
So so amongst the sort of what the website refers to as prominent admirers reflecting on the band's career, you've got Lars Ulrich, Tom Morello, and you've got Chuck D, which I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, but Chuck D makes sense.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Yeah, he does.
He's always been quite pro rock.
Yeah, but I thought I get the Anthrax thing, the kind of Aggie New York. But
he's appeared in other rock and metal documentaries.
Yeah, good on him. No, I've got a lot of love.
Sort of as like the token non-rock musician.
Yeah.
But that's no others.
Yeah, no, it's true. It is basically Chuck D. But I mean, he is one of the best ones.
Yeah. So. Oh, yeah. No slights on Chuck D.
And recently in an interview, Adrian Smith promised a few new revelations that have never been had.
Yeah, I wonder what they are. And I wonder if they actually are new.
Well, the trailer's interesting, right? Because you can almost see them trying to... They're kind of hinting at the beats the doc's going to reflect. So So what I took from the trailer was... rise from nothing, but everything is almost sabotaged by Paul's erratic behaviour. Bruce comes in, saves the band, are catapulted to another level. Things get difficult in the 90s.
Yeah.
Blaze is not mentioned by name in the documentary, but he does at least appear in the trailer, like quoting about, how the 90s was difficult. And then stratospheric rise, throat cancer, rising from the ashes, right?
It's a lot to cover in what, like 2 hours?
Yeah, just over 2 hours, I think. It is.
I mean, we have spent approximately 60 hours covering that period of time. We haven't even finished yet.
Look, to cards on the table, I cannot wait to see it.
Yeah.
It will be interesting to see what there is left to say about the Maiden story.
Yeah.
Like, is there anything? And to be honest, even if there isn't, I don't care. You can tell the same story twice, but do it in a good way.
I mean,
and that still makes it interesting to me.
That the Maiden documentaries that started with early days got progressively worse in quality.
Yeah.
So it'll be nice to see like a high quality, sort of succinct encapsulation of the whole career rather than something that got progressively worse and then just stopped covering.
Yeah, and I just hope that the bits of their career that they tend to shy away from now, like most of the 90s.
Yeah.
So we don't really like talking about that other than in vague terms. Maybe getting external people in will just force the spotlight on that a little bit more. It depends how guarded Maiden are going to be and whether they're going to actually let loose the reins and let someone else actually go, well, that's kind of interesting when you're playing to only 600 people in America in 1997. Like,
it's hard to say because also we've talked a lot on this podcast about Maiden being quite focused on shaping their own narrative nowadays, and like the mythologizing of the band is much like over the last 20 years the band has mythologized itself in a way that actually it couldn't in the late 80s and 90s because the press intrusion was so much more transparent for the band. So it'll be interesting to see how warts and all it will be. There is part of me that worries, and it won't be this bad, but there is part of me that worries that will be like that Megadeth Behind the Mask film we saw for the release of the new album, which was maybe one of the worst things I've ever watched. And I want my 15 quid back, Dave Mustaine.
I mean, there were moments of it, though, that were almost a bit like the Bros film in the unintentional hilarity.
Yeah, it was just 2 hours of Dave Mustaine lying and slagging people off, and then punctuated by a bad new album. It was bad.
But if anything, that film has set the bar so low. The Maiden doc's going to have quite an easy time at winning me over.
I'm shocked that film got put in cinemas.
Yeah.
Like, it will also, this is me being really bitchy, but it also wasn't like particularly well produced or anything.
Oh, no.
It was just Dave at a table surrounded by some merch talking.
Oh, that film looked like it cost absolutely nothing.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing you'd expect to be like some social media content, not a film, not a quote-unquote film that is being put on cinema screens. It should have been like some Instagram Reels series released in the run-up to the album,
as a comparison,
which would have been so much more effective anyway.
That multi-part Anthrax doc that they just put for free on their YouTube
was great.
So much
that was
better.
So good. Yeah. And that was proper warts and all.
Yeah. They were just like, well, we'll just stick this on our YouTube for people to watch. And but you know, Mustaine thought, make a bit of money here.
Well, like everything to do with the sort of Megadeth final album, it's all just a damp squib, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ugh.
So, but that's the other interesting, when...
Sorry, I just keep coming back to that because that's the significant metal event this year so far for me.
But it feels interesting that Maiden are doing a lot of those things now that you associate with the band.
Shutting up shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, this is the big... The big... They've not billed it as their final concert, obviously, but like, here's the huge UK show, the documentary, the deluxe coffee table book. It feels a lot like...
Well, one thing we haven't mentioned, actually, is that Maiden have specifically said they're not touring next year. Mm-hmm. They're taking a year off touring. So this is, even if it's not meant to be a final tour... I know I'm the cynical doomsayer here a lot, but a year off is a long time for men of Maiden's age at this point. And considering Nico's already retired, there's part of me that thinks...
Steve just turned 70.
Steve's just turned 70. If you listen to internet rumors and stuff, it sounds like Dave Murray's kind of been trying to retire for quite a long time.
Yeah.
Adrian Smith...
I've never seen a credible source for that, but I know I've seen those rumors circulating the internet.
Yeah, and like even I think you mentioned to me Adrian Smith mentioning in like the Dance of Death behind the scenes that like, come see us now because we won't be doing this in 10 years.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's kind of at a point where actually if the Maiden machine stops, can it start back up again? And like to be like really bleak about it, with the age they are and the way health works, if they stop for a year, will the decision be taken out of their hands?
Well, that's it. I mean, because if they do come back,
like I think Bruce will live forever.
Yeah,
everyone else.
But Steve has already said that he's not preparing to write or record an album anytime soon, which is not ruling out it ever happening.
Yeah.
Anytime he's asked about it, he's like, no, I'm not planning on going back in the studio anytime soon. So if Maiden did record something towards the end of 2027, put it out in 2028, then Steve then is about 72, 73.
And look, it's doable.
Yes,
like
really.
Alice Cooper is 77 and is still touring regularly. But he's surrounded by people at least 2 decades younger than him.
Yeah, it is doable.
And I mean, even then, like Alice Cooper stage show is much more, in the time that I've seen Alice Cooper over the last 20 years, it is much more pared back in terms of Alice's physicality.
Well, you ready for another brilliant segue, Sam?
Oh, God.
Someone who's not taking 2027 off is Bruce Dickinson, who, final item on the news agenda, has been hard at work already, putting what seem like the finishing touches on his new studio album.
Which is exciting.
Yeah, being recorded at Dave Grohl's studio 606.
And he seems to have had quite a lot of guests pop in to do random things.
Yeah, I mean...
Andreas Kisser.
Yeah, Andreas Kisser and Derek Green of Sepultura.
Yeah.
Jeff Scott Soto's heard some of the new album.
Yeah.
You know, Gun for Hire, incredible American rock metal singer Jeff Scott Soto.
Yeah, Jeff Scott Soto is a fantastic singer and has never really sort of crested in the way he should have.
I mean, talking of musicians who are incredible but never quite crested, Richie Kotzen to be discussed on our next episode.
that can be the next episode.
Yeah. But yeah, so there's been photos online of Bruce in the studio, pictured with Dave Grohl. I mean, obviously it's Dave Grohl's studio. But yeah, and Andreas Kisser and Derek.
Post-infidelity Dave Grohl.
Post-infidelity Dave
Punish
Grohl.
Dave Grohl.
Yeah, you're very down on infidelity, Sam. I mean, look, I'm not pro-infidelity, but...
Some of this stuff happens. It's his life, whatever. It's just quite interesting... considering Dave Grohl's image has always been the nice guy of rock, which apparently he hates.
Well, yeah, I was about to say, in his defense, he's never said that.
Yeah, no. Like,
it's not his... I mean, and to be fair, he's a nice man. It's no wonder women are attracted to him. He's a nice guy in rock, right?
He's too nice. That's the issue.
Nice, yeah. He's never gone around saying, I'm the most faithful man in rock music.
Yeah, no.
He's just a super nice guy.
I'm just saying it's incongruous.
Yeah.
But I'm not here clutching my pearls over
I imagine
what
if you're
Dave
Dave Grohl,
does.
it must be somewhat annoying because he's like, I never said I was nice. You said that. Like, I was just presumably myself. And then you're like, oh, wow, rock stars had an affair and now you all hate me. It's like, well, I'm a rock star. Like, you know, if this was Nicky Sixx, no one would bat an eyelid. They'd just go, oh, yeah, of course, it's Nicky Sixx, right?
Yeah. which is worse, to be fair.
Well, yeah.
People are expecting of you. It's like, oh, yeah, of course, you're Nicky Sixx.
Yeah.
You're a piece of shit.
I mean, that is pretty much it.
Like, that's not great.
Yeah, no, it's not great. But yeah, we go
Also,
back to
you
Bruce's new
can't
solo
even play
album.
your bass live anymore. You just use backing tracks.
What we know about the new Bruce solo album is that Bruce has said it's going to have an old school feel. It's everyone on the floor recording live. I feel like Bruce always says that about everything.
Yeah.
So what's new? Bruce in an interview also said parts of it are bone-crushingly heavy.
Sure.
He says, if it's heavy, it's heavy. But if it just happens to be acoustic, it's acoustic. That's the deal, you know.
Deep, really deep.
So I think
reminds me of one of my favorite album titles, the first Strapping Young Lad album, Heavy as a Really Heavy
yeah.
Thing. Like, great.
So I think what we can glean from that is some of it is going to be heavy, and there'll be acoustic tracks, a bit like all the other Bruce Dickinson solo albums we've had so far.
Yeah, but yeah, exactly. It just sounds like every Bruce solo album. And when Bruce says stuff is heavy, by modern standards, it's not that heavy.
No, I mean, but often when he does say that, Bruce does stray into heavier areas.
It's heavier than Maiden,
yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Bruce seems much less averse to drop tunings. And
no one's
chunky
growling,
riffs.
you know.
No, although on After Fall of Ragnarok, there's a little bit of the Afterfall.
A tiny
Afterglow
bit,
of Ragnarok,
yeah.
sorry. He goes a touch of the Amon Amarth vibe.
It's no Be Quick or Be Dead. That's a proper, like, rasp.
Yeah, true. But what is interesting is it looks like we're going to get, because it seems that this is all good to go for 2027.
Yeah.
Bruce's earmarked new album, new tour. So we're going to get 2 Bruce albums in the space of since the last Maiden album,
Yeah.
which is unprecedented since Bruce rejoined the band, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
since Senjutsu, we'll have had 2 Bruce studio albums, which is interesting and like we said, the next episode, we're going to be talking about Smith Kotzen, the increased activity of side projects in relation to Maiden is quite telling, isn't it?
Yeah.
In some respects.
Like
even Steve of British Lion, he's been touring the hell out of British Lion lately.
Loads, yeah. And I think they had another album since Senjutsu. I don't care to know, but I suspect they have.
If you're interested, it's there for you, isn't it?
Yeah. I think that is particularly telling, right? Like, there's a bit of a sense of like, well, maybe the Maiden machine is winding down. And that gives space to the slightly younger ones, like marginally younger ones, to pursue other interests in the meantime.
The other thing, well, I'm always excited for a new Bruce solo album. Listen to Tears of a Mandrake. No, that's the Ed Guy song.
That's Ed Guy.
What am I thinking of? Mandrake Project. Mandrake Project.
Yeah,
no, I'm thinking of the Ed Guy song. I mean, what a banger.
In the tears of a Mandrake.
A Mandrake is an album. Great power metal. Top power metal.
Yeah, that is probably Ed Guy's finest moment.
Yeah, I think you're right. But
got the Pharaoh, got painting on the wall, all the clowns.
But this will be the first Bruce solo album. Well, no, not the first, but the first in a long time that doesn't feature longtime collaborator Roy Z, that he's in no way making a big deal of.
No, but we made a big deal about it in the previous
we love
episode.
Roy Z.
Yeah. But
as a musician,
there's definitely some kind of fracturing of that relationship.
To put it mildly, yeah.
Yeah. But Bruce seems very content with his modern band.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It'll just be interesting because I think, from what you gather, Roy is sort of been the riff machine behind a lot of Bruce, certainly from Accident to Birth onwards. And obviously Balls to Picasso as well. But you feel like that is a bit more of a hodgepodge of a record that came from
definitely.
places.
But Accident at Birth onwards.
Yeah.
So the last 4 albums that Bruce has done solo.
And the man writes good riffs.
Yeah. He's an excellent musician. And he has a nice production touch as well. So.
Yeah, watch this space, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it, though.
I assume there'll be Bruce solo touring.
Yeah, I hope so. I want to see that again.
Yeah, I would like to see Bruce live.
Yeah, that was great.
Stupid birth of my child.
God damn it.
Missing that gig.
Oh, lasting happiness. No, you can't go to Bruce Dickinson live.
Stupid emotional fulfillment. Procreation.
Yeah, so let's hope that one certainly will happen again. I mean, to be fair to Bruce, for someone at his stage of life and presumably his level of financial security, he just bloody loves it, doesn't he? He's like, yeah, sure,
bloody loves it.
I'll just do a gig in Swansea. Why not?
Yeah.
Like, good for you, man. Like, I think that's absolutely great.
What will be interesting about the new Bruce album is it'll also be, to be honest, the first album of like properly new material. in a decade or so, because so much of the Mandrake project was
predated Book of Souls even.
Yeah,
it was
like lots of it had been recorded for, sounds like, best part of 2 decades.
Yeah.
You can kind of tell listening to Bruce's vocal tracks that a lot of them are younger Bruce.
Yeah.
Like, there's lots of layering and stuff, but it's a different tenor of Bruce's voice on a lot of that album.
Yeah, I mean, having said that, I mean, his voice clearly changes and continues to change, but
Yeah,
I mean, based on last year's tour, the guy's got...
I'm not saying better or worse, I'm just saying different.
Yeah, no, it'll be good. Undoubtedly, I'm sure you'll be reviewing it sometime in 2027.
Got nothing better to do.
Nah, let's be honest. So thus concludes the news.
Cool.
Shall we do the feature that has no name, where we recommend something we've been listening to?
Oh, yeah. Okay, what have I been listening to? You go first.
Well, I've been waiting so long, because it's been a little while since we've done this.
Yes.
To talk about this particular album. So this is an album that came out towards the end of last year, I think October, November last year.
Yeah.
I only discovered it. It was like one of the first newish albums I listened to at the start of this year. And that is by the Swiss technical thrash metal band Coroner.
Oh, you have banged on about this album.
But I'm still obsessed with it. You know, like at the moment, I listen to a lot of new music. I'm very guilty of being really into an album for like 3 weeks, and then the next thing comes along and sort of displaces it. But this is the comeback album from Coroner. It's their first new album in about 30 years.
Yeah.
Dissonance Theory. And I'm just obsessed with this album, Sam.
I still need to listen to it.
Oh, it's just... Thrash is one of those genres that, like, I love, right? But anytime I want a thrash album, I just tend to go for 80s, early 90s thrash. And anytime there's a new thrash album that comes along and people are like, it's really good, I listen to it and go, yeah, it's fine. It's good. But there's just been so little 21st century thrash. I mean, other than the new Creator albums, I think Creator are the one shining beacon for...
The Gathering by Testament was 2000. No, that was 1999.
Yeah, I was supposed to say end of the 90s.
21st century, okay.
So you know what I mean? Like, and a part of me thinks, well, am I just actually not as bothered about thrash as I thought I am? But then you listen to Dissonance Theory and you go, oh no, it's just most thrash bands have zero imagination. Like when you hear a thrash band that's like, yeah, we are a thrash band, but we might actually just think outside the box just a tiny bit.
But I mean,
you sort of realise, bloody hell, this is amazing. And I cannot rate Dissonance Theory by Coroner. And I wasn't that even overly familiar. I'd listened to bits and bobs of the late 80s Coroner stuff, but I wasn't massively familiar with the entire Coroner discography. But I think Dissonance Theory by Coroner is just, had I heard it last year, or put it this way, if you asked me to name my top 3 albums of 2025 now, Dissonance Theory by Coroner would be in the top 3.
Fair enough. I mean, to be fair to Coroner, even when they were active, like late 80s, early 90s, they always were quite an idiosyncratic thrash band. Yeah, I can't think of many bands that sounded quite like them. I listened to the album Mental Vortex quite a lot when I was reading that book about Noise Records.
Yeah.
I think it was called Damn the Machine or something.
Yeah, it is.
Really good book. But yeah, I remember thinking like, this is pretty different to your sort of typical Teutonic thrash band. But yeah, so I need to check out that new album.
What I think is interesting, so I have gone back to that late 80s, early 90s Coroner stuff, and I think it is great. But I think Dissonance Theory has that same avant-garde weirdness, but I think the songwriting nous has been refined a bit.
Okay.
I know like people who really worship late 80s, 90s Coroner would be like, that's sacrilegious, right? But I think they've still kept that progressive technical sensibility, but it's just been a little bit more sharpened. And also the songwriting is just a bit sharper. And also it's like 40 minutes long, which is like perfect, isn't it? They're not like one of those
ideal album
bands.
length.
Yeah, I mean, next time we do this, I might mention the new Exodus album, which I also really rate. But it's like 55 minutes long, which is the one thing that counts against it.
Too long. Slightly too long.
You did Bonded by Blood, right? That was barely 40 minutes.
Yeah.
You know that's about perfect for the thrash album, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Coroner, Dissonance Theory.
All right.
What about you, Summer?
What have I been listening to? sort of the opposite end of the spectrum, to be honest. An album I have been listening to quite a lot recently is Cockroach by Danger Danger.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Which is the lost third album by Danger Danger. So
this is deep down the 80s hard rock rabbit hole, isn't it?
Yeah, this is for like the real glam hair metal nerds. But in the early 90s, when Danger Danger recorded their third album, which is Cockroach, Ted Poley left some point after the album recording sessions, having recorded the whole album.
Yeah.
And the album got re-recorded with a different singer called, I think, Paul Lane. And Ted Poley sued them, and the album never came out until, I think, like early 2000s. It got reissued with 2 discs, one with Ted Poley, one with this other singer. And to be honest, it's just a good, slightly heavy hair metal album. Like, sort of like Warrant's Dog Eat Dog kind of vibe.
Yeah. Interestingly, there's like a third Tiger Tales album that has a similar kind of story.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I can't remember what it's called now, the Tiger Tales album, but again, it was meant to be this. It was recorded in America. The label like put hundreds of thousands of dollars into it, and then grunge happened.
Yeah,
and then the album just sat on a shelf for about 3 years. Finally came out on this in Japan on like this tiny label, and no one cared about it. And kind of slowly, it sort of seeped into people's consciousness. But
well, actually, we'll talk about this a little bit when we talk about Smith Kotzen in the next episode. But making albums as any kind of hair metal band in the early 90s was a bad time.
Yeah,
basically. But yeah, so Cockroach by Danger Danger, it's just a good Danger album, really. If you like really, really saccharine, cheesy hair metal with like some great guitar work from Andy Timmons and I particularly...
Some sexy lyrics. There's usually quite sexy lyrics for Danger Danger.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, a lot of cringe-inducing lyrics. Just no good. But great vocals.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
If that floats your boat, you know where to go.
If you want to listen to some good hard rock, but also feel a bit weird about it, have I got an album for you?
If you're an unreconstructed male.
If you don't want to think critically about your music.
Hey, there's a lot to be said. I mean, but like I said, I'll probably mention the new Exodus album, but I think equally in a very different way, that's kind of an album if you don't really want to think about music, but
yeah,
just like
if the sun is shining and you want something upbeat, this is a good album. Just don't listen to the words.
And the sun is indeed shining today.
Exactly,
Sam.
And that's why we're going to see Wolf Bastard in a couple of hours.
I told my colleagues about that. So what are you doing the weekend? We go to a gig. Who are you going to see? Like, damn. I can lie. Or I just have to say I'm going to see a band called Wolf Bastard. And nothing kills a conversation like I'm going to see Wolf Bastard. Like,
yeah.
That's a shame.
I had what felt like quite a funny moment at work recently. So I recently started a new job.
Woo!
For the listeners, you know this.
I do.
But
what do you mean? We're only talking this podcast. I've not spoken to you for 8 months.
But I was in the office, and like one of my colleagues just turned to me like, "Sam, you like rock and metal, right?" And I was kind of thinking like, "How do they know this?" I'm work Sam, and then I kind of looked at myself.
That Sabotage t-shirt at the time.
Well, no, but I was in smart cash, but I was just wearing all black. I had my hair down. I've got a beard. It's like, oh, yes.
Yeah.
They know because I'm a walking parody of myself. Yeah. They don't even need to ask. They just know.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
True that. Well, time to say goodbye, folks.
Bye. No.
Come on. Let's give them a proper goodbye.
Well, okay. It's nice to be back. If you want to get in touch with us, you can find us on social media. We are, to be honest, basically just on Instagram nowadays at MaidenPod. You can also email us on maidenvoyagerspod@gmail.com. I believe that's the correct email address. No one emails nowadays anyway. But,
subscribe, send us money on Ko-fi, please.
Yeah.
The more money you send, the more pods we will do. Maybe.
Don't hold us to that.
Yeah, that's not a binding agreement.
Yeah. That's not legally binding at all.
But, if you send us enough money and you want us to do something for you, We can negotiate that.
Yeah.
Whatever
That
that
sounded
might be.
weird.
I was thinking more, you know, maybe you want a shout out on the podcast. Maybe you've got a question you'd like us to
We have
answer.
now opened a new cameo.
Yeah. Well, there's a gap in the market now, Nigel Farage. So I'm going to fill that.
If you
Nigel.
want us to endorse neo-Nazis, no, we
I
obviously
will
wouldn't do that.
unquestionably read anything you put in front of me. For money, crucially.
Yes.
Only for money.
Yeah. Yeah. Jesus. Right. That's the end of this. We'll see you next time.
Bye.